Hello, and welcome to this bonus video of Don't Miss This. I'm your host, Jennifer Garrity. Today I'm going to show you around one of the coolest, albeit smallest, exhibits I've been to in a while. If you're a fan of film, stop motion, Guillermo del Toro, or Pinocchio, this video is for you. Now, you may already know that Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio is coming to Netflix on December 9th, but what you may not know is that there is currently an exhibit in Paris, created in association with Art Ludique at the Paris Cinema Club, where you can get an in-depth, behind-the-scenes look at this version of Pinocchio. There are storyboards, character research, digital paintings, and concept art from artists like the phenomenal Jennifer Ellie, so you can see the evolution of the characters. Let's take a closer look at two of our main characters, Geppetto and Pinocchio. Each character has several facial expressions. And in this exhibit, you can see the actual statuettes that were used for filming. Each figure is meticulously hand-sculpted, mostly from silicone, and then dressed in their costumes. The sculptures on display stand about a foot tall, and Puppet's creative supervisor, Georgia Haynes, wanted, quote, realism with an abstract brushstroke of Norman Rockwell and Andrew Wyeth, end quote. Look at this detail. Isn't it insane? Here they are in action. Each statuette has many parts that can be manipulated. And each statue comes in different sizes for use in different scenes. A giant Pinocchio head like this one, for example, is used when the cricket stands on his shoulder, so he can more easily speak to him. Here you can see the final result. And this is the smallest Pinocchio they used. You've probably guessed by now that a stop-motion film by Academy Award-winning director Guillermo del Toro and award-winning stop-motion legend Mark Gustafson would not be a run-of-the-mill remake of the Disney classic. This film, made by the mastermind behind Pan's Labyrinth and The Shape of Water, is decidedly darker. Instead, a parable providing commentary on religion and growing up in the age of Mussolini, and a, quote, lethal form of control and paternity, end quote. Just take a look at the cricket to see what I mean. This little guy is no Jiminy. In Del Toro's world, we're promised new characters, new dangers, new adventure. The lighting is dark, with a red aura oftentimes appearing around the heads of malevolent adults. They apparently use The Godfather for lighting inspiration. The circus itself seems particularly intriguing, with menacing figures like this one, and his creepy sidekick. In an interview with Vanity Fair, Del Toro said, quote, many times the fable has seemed, to me, in favor of obedience and domestication of the soul. Blind obedience is not a virtue. The virtue Pinocchio has is to disobey. At a time when everybody else behaves as a puppet, he doesn't. Those are the interesting things for me, end quote. I loved the making of video. You get a glimpse into the process of stop-motion animation, which is filmed frame by frame. It seems so labor-intensive, but the result is stunning. Here is Del Toro in his own words.
Stop motion in the early days where you had the moire and the flicker of fur and fabric, even the atmospheric dust on the sets, and the imperfection of it was sort of gorgeous to look at because it told you how the thing was done.
L'Art de Pinocchio de Guillermo del Toro will be at the Paris Cinema Club Gallery through December 18th and is free to attend. It is definitely worth the visit.